5 things I love to crush. You caught me eating bread. Do you remember in the early 90s? And if you weren't born in the early 90s, I can't do anything for you. I was actually born in the early 80s. But anyways, that's another discussion. Do you remember like going to a restaurant in the early 90s where no matter what it was, Italian restaurant, French restaurant, I don't know, name another restaurant, always came a basket of bread at the table. Where did that go? Where is that? I want to open up a restaurant just called Basket of Bread. That's all it is. There's baskets of bread. Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of 5 Things I Love to Crush. I am your host, I am your crusher, I am your provider of information in intervals of 5 of things that I love to crush, Chef Matt Basile. Today's a big day. Today's a big day. Burrata. Cheese. We're gonna go through 5 dishes that take this beautiful ball of splendid goodness and show you 5 different ways you can crush it. Now, I've been known to eat it like an apple. It happens. You just grab a great big ball of burrata, bite right in, a little salt, a little pepper, on your way to the bus with your ball. No, imagine that would be crazy. Now, burrata is near and dear to my heart, but believe it or not, it actually existed prior to TikTok recipe videos. Just saying, love you. But if you want to know a little bit more about the ball of cheese and what it stands for, what it is, typically an Italian ball of fresh cow's milk, mozzarella cheese, and it's two-tone. It's two-tone cheese. You have a firm exterior and then the cream and stracciatelle interior, which allows you to break it open. And beautiful cheese starts to ooze. It oozes out. So I'm just an excited guy. I have a lot of forks. I'm gonna eat a lot in this episode of 5 Things I Love to Crush because I truly, absolutely love it. Now, one thing you're gonna see across the board when I'm taking you through this, not a lot of ingredients happening in these little dishes. Reason being, when you got burrata cheese on the menu, everything else is just there to prop it up because it's strong. It's strong on its own. It's good. It's good. If you've never tried it, you got to start asking yourself what's going on because it's good. Let's get crushing. But before we get into that, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, turn on notifications, which it's like a bell up here, but maybe today we replace it with a little ball of burrata cheese. Bing, 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 bing. Ah. Leave a comment. How do you crush your burrata? I'd love to know. Let's get crushing, shall we? Ciao ragazzi, ti voglio burrata poco pane. Hi, how are ya? All right, number 5 on the list, and we've never really figured out if we start at 5 or start at 1. But we're gonna make a call right here, right now. We're starting at 5 and we're working our way down. A charcuterie spread, a little spread of things, shall we? I got a little pate, I got some salams, I got some prosciutto, I've got some pickled red peppers, some olive. I love olives. Right in the middle is that burrata cheese. And what I love about having it on a grazing board is every bite can look a little different, right? So, got your little crostini bread. Love crostini. Got my gabagool, okay. Let's grab a little pepper. Let's go for a little peps, and then boom. You're just gonna crack into this guy, throw it right on top. Oh, look at that, I accidentally got some arugula there. Look at that, look at that bite. Like, come on. And what I love about having it this way is every single bite can be a little different. Your next one could just be pate and some prosciutto. And then, oh, guess what? Dab it in a little burrata. Because it's that good. This might be the best episode of 5 Things I Love to Crush. I don't know what took me so long. What took you so long, Matt? Anyways, what I love about this arrangement, like I said, every bite's different. You're combining salty and briny and fatty and meaty and creamy. Then the arugula is great because it's very peppery. And then honestly, you can build this any way you want. Like it can be all different cheeses, burrata is a star. It can be all meats, burrata is a star. All pickled items, burrata is a star. Little mix and match, it's whatever you want. It's all for you. It's all for you. I'm gonna have one more piece. Next! Alrighty, number 4 on the list is actually my first experience with burrata cheese was this way. Blistered tomatoes, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of fresh basil, obviously more bread, and then that beautiful chunk of burrata cheese right on top. And what I love about it is you're blistering the tomatoes. So really, you have a nice pan, get it nice and hot, a little bit of olive oil, throw your tomatoes in there, and you're not doing a whole lot to them. You're letting them blister. Like you'll see them dancing in the pan a bit, the skin starts to pop a bit, the sweetness starts to intensify a bit, but you're not cooking them down. It's not a sauce, you're not making sauce. Throw a little fresh garlic in there, a little fresh basil in there, throw that cheese on top, and it's like one of those perfect combinations of warm and cold. Like not everything warm and cold goes well together, but this does. So you just grab a little bit of your blistered tomatoes. Oh yeah, okay, oh yeah. Then you grab a little bit of your burrata cheese. Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna gain 18 pounds by the end of this video. And then you just dig in. It's so good. Now, if you're entertaining people and you really wanna wow them on the first course, the appetizer, but still not put too much work in the dish itself, this is that dish because it literally takes 4.5 minutes to put together. It's 4 ingredients and it's literally one of the best things anyone's ever gonna taste. And it all comes down to the quality of that burrata cheese. So creamy, so fresh, so beautiful. Next, all right, number 3 on the list, smack dab in the middle, and it's probably the least conventional of all 5 things that I love to crush having to do with burrata cheese, and that is Burrata Fries. Now you're probably thinking, Matt, I've never heard of these things. Burrata Fries? That's so silly. It's a sacrilege. Why would you take a beautiful piece of burrata cheese and just put it over French fries? Listen, you're not wrong, but I bet when the guy or person who invented poutine was like, hey everybody, you know what we should do? Put gravy over cheese. That's a meal. Put it on fries, that's a meal. Everyone must have thought he was crazy. Crazy, but here we are today, just loving poutine and all of its gravy, cheesy goodness. So I thought, why not take it one step further? I actually used to sell a variation of this down in Toronto at the Stack Market. Been a while. But anyways, yeah, burrata cheese over fries, nice and salty, nice and hot. Crack that baby open. A little calabrese, so you got some spice in there. See, oh yeah, it's spicy already. I can tell. Tell how fiery red that is. You just like, oh, you got the hot fries. It like melts the cheese a bit. The spice, the acid. I could eat that all day. I could literally eat that all day long. And again, so easy. French fries, cheese, the calabrese chili oil, and that's it. 3 things. Little fresh salt, and you're good to go. You might even want to take a little bit of vinegar, a little balsamic vinegar, maybe even a little apple cider, a little red wine vinegar over top. You don't have to get too crazy. A little gremolata, it's got a little lemon zest, a little garlic, a little fresh basil, a little parsley, a little olive oil, drizzle that on top too. Then you get the best of both worlds. You get cool, you get hot, you get cheesy. French fries, who doesn't love a good French fry? I think the only thing sacrilege is if you put ketchup on this. That would be sacrilege. Be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Burrata fries, number 3 on my list. Next! Okay, number 2 on the list. I am getting insanely full. This is definitely one of the more filling episodes of 5 things I love to crush. So number 2 on the list, honestly, I remember the first time I saw it. It was in New York City. I thought it was so smart. So smart. Burrata on pizza. I mean, listen, if we talk about margherita pizza being the pizza, the standard, then if that's the case, this cousin of that is so much better. Like, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I used very simple a focaccia crust pizza. I had already a little bit of marinara sauce there, a little bit of arugula, put that ball of burrata cheese on there, cracked it open, a little black pepper, go back over with some olive oil. Ooh, some anchovies. Give me some anchovies. Somebody get me some anchovies. I'll put some friggin' anchovies all over this thing. It's amazing. It's incredible. It's literally a cheese pizza. So much more. Just gonna cut a slice. Now you don't have to use sauce. You can use a pizza bianco, but I like a little tomato sauce. You know, I like a little marinara, you know? A little slice. Like I said, this is just for quality assurance purposes. So good. I love it. I think an anchovy would actually be perfect on this. Every slice, just put a little anchovy right on top. So salty. It's beautiful. And again, it's 4 things coming together. It's focaccia bread, a little bit of sauce, a little arugula, burrata cheese. I'm having the best day. So full though. Next! Okay, the number 1 thing on 5 things I love to crush burrata is a little bit of burrata on pasta. Now it's, again, so simple. And to be honest, I had a very hard time numbering this episode. It was very hard to figure out what I liked best, what I liked least of the best. Like, they were all fantastic. It's been a lot. I've been eating a lot this time. It was a hard choice, but the right choice. It was a hard choice, but the right choice. A little bit of fresh fettuccine, fresh pasta, a little bit of tomato sauce, fresh basil, and that beautiful piece of burrata cheese right over the top. Can't go wrong. And again, it just checks so many boxes. You have that simple, rich, I don't even know, words, who cares? Burrata on pasta, I love it. What better way to take a simple plate of beautiful pasta and just elevate it a little bit than putting that beautiful burrata cheese. And again, we've seen this in other components that we've shown today, where you're taking that nice cool burrata, putting it over something warm. You already start to see the softness come out, and then crack it open. A little bit of fresh basil, a little olive oil. Frig, you could go back to the chili oils from before. It doesn't matter. It's all gonna taste great. So, you're welcome. You're welcome. Well, thanks so much, folks, for joining me on another episode of 5 Things I Love to Crush. Clearly, I was very excited today because I had sauce and cheese and bread and paper towel stuck all over my face. But it doesn't matter because we got to the end. We're all that much better for it because now we know 5 different ways to crush amazing burrata cheese. And don't forget, you can still eat it like an apple. Don't go too far off that. Start with there, we'll end with there. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and share this, because I think others would enjoy knowing this information. Mmm.